Bom dia. Welcome to Lisbon. We have a very full touring day ahead of us. First of all, we will be touring Lisbon itself with the group and then heading on to Sintra, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So come with us. We did a lot of walking on our own yesterday, and there's even more to see today because Lisbon is built on hills, just like Rome. I think 7 hills, as a matter of fact. Lots of ups and downs on steep cobblestones. Fun day ahead of us.
Like the little trolley cars.
We're in the old town of Lisbon, and right in front of us you can see the oldest building in Lisbon that is still standing today with its original shape. So this was not rebuilt. This is standing since before the earthquake, and it is the oldest building that we can see from the 12th century. So in the 1100s. Not a tour of, but when San Antonio was in Coimbra studying in that monastery, he decided he wants to become...
That's a very famous story about Saint Anthony preaching to the fishes. And if you're a devotee of Saint Anthony, this is where he was baptized, and he was born right behind the cathedral. There are 2 organs facing each other that are very unusual because not only do the pipes go up and down, but they've got pipes that go horizontally, that they call them trumpet. It's easier to see the other organ from this view. You see the pipes sticking straight out are like trumpet. They call them trumpet pipes. And both organs are still used for Mass and other important occasions. Doing a little tuck pointing here. That's part of the old ramparts from the 8th century. There's very, very little left in Lisbon, but this is one of them. That painting on the side of the building is one of the more interesting things I've seen. This is all for the Festival of Saint Anthony coming up, the patron saint of Lisbon. Kira are boiled snails. Yum. It's interesting how during the 9-point Richter scale earthquake that destroyed Lisbon, the old area stood because it's built on rock. A lot of these older houses still don't have showers. Go in there and take a shower.
You can order Americano. These are bigger, with no meat.
For their cream custard or egg custard, whatever the monks of Geronimo's monastery decided to sell them.
Behind me is a famous Tower of Belem that it was built in 1514. What's interesting about this tower
is it once stood in the middle of the river, but the great earthquake created a tsunami and brought the shore closer to it, so it no longer stands in the middle of the river. Just a teeny bit of it. All this was river at one time, all the way up to the monastery. Out there is the famous monument to the explorers with Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama, and all the sailors who discovered all the Portuguese territories. Cape of Good Horn had to then continue around the world down the coast of South America, Brazil, and all the other Portuguese territories.